My name is Darren. This is Tuna, and we are going a duo today of amazing live tech podcast. We may have some special guests join us along the way, as we always do. But this week is a big week because we finally got to see what the Pixel 8 was like and the Pixel 8 Pro. There wasn't any leaks leading up to it. We didn't have any insider information. We didn't know nothing about the design or the cameras or the colors. It just sprung it upon us, and here we are. Pixel series, massive release for Google. The latest line of Pixel 8, Pixel 8 Pro, Pixel Watch 2, and a whole bunch of other things. Pixel Buds Pro updates. What else, Tuna?
Generally color updates on those, though, right? And some software updates.
We got a little bit of Google Assistant with Bard.
Yes.
Is it Bard?
I don't know.
Bard.
Bard, I believe. But Google did let in the generative AI elephant into the room.
Yes, they did.
For sure.
So actually, maybe we could start right there because I had that open up on my screen just a few seconds ago. So basically, for Google's latest line of hardware for their Pixel series of phones, basically what they've done is that they've integrated their AI chatbot called Bard, which just instantly makes me think of fucking William Shakespeare. But anyway, into their Google Assistant. Now, basically what they're saying is that, and what it does to assist the assistant, is creating what they call generative reasoning and personalized help. I love the marketing spin words there personally. So basically what they're saying this does is that, and I'm going to quote Sissy Hayso during the keynote here. She said that while Assistant is great at handling quick tasks like setting timers, giving weather updates, and making quick calls, there's so much more that we've always envisioned in a deeply capable personal assistant could do. So basically what they've done is tied in their smart AI Bard software into the Google Assistant to make it even smarter. Now, what do you think about this, Tuna? Is this a marketing ploy or is this generally interesting?
No, it's actually really good. So Bard is pretty good. It's along the lines of ChatGPT, and generative means a lot of things. And Bard fills the needs for most people. And I think what they're doing is they're going to start using like memories, and you can give it more information, and it makes its personalized responses more to you. And yes. I think it's inevitable. You have to integrate that in Google Assistant. Google Assistant is the best assistant. You give it the full access of everything else. And especially with the new Tensor G3, hopefully it has more power on board. Yeah. If you're disconnected from the internet, it can actually help out too. But yeah, I'm very impressed. I think Bard is a very good. I've been using it just here and there, and I've been pretty happy with it.
Now, what do you feel like is the greatest application of Bard? Like, what would you use it for in your context, your situation?
So I've used it a few times, and I don't know if this is Bard per se, but in the live stream they talked about how you can be on a website and it'll instantly give you a summary of the entire thing, and that's AI. I don't know if it's generative AI or Bard. Stuff like that makes it easy. You know, in the world we live in now, everything's so fast paced, and we want results right away. You click a button, and it gives you most simple response. A summary. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think, for those of you who are familiar with something like ChatGPT, which I think is probably the most accessibly, maybe well-known of the AI, what I think the big interesting thing here is that it's more than just an assistant. It wants to kind of be almost like a life helper, I guess is a good way to put it, where it can help you, as it says here, plan trips, search emails, create grocery lists, and conversationally with more contextual information than the standard Google Assistant. So, the example that they give here in the article I'm reading is that you go on a hike with your dog, you reach a fork in the trail, so you snap a photo of the trail and ask, what path do you recommend for a group and my small dog? And with the assistant and Bard, it will completely create this conversational overlay and give you the answer. Hopefully it doesn't say, you know, fuck you and your dog, you're both going to die. Here's the road to the nearest cliff. But the
spooky woods are that way, go that way.
Yes. Yeah. It would be funny if the response was, where you're going, you don't need to take your dog.
Yeah,
we're coming for you. I'm coming for you. But it is that kind of like scary. It's funny. It is that kind of scary Skynet-y kind of
yes
thing.
That's what I'm talking about. I am excited about the AI features in the Pixel Watch and the Google Assistant and generally all over. But a lot of people have the foil hats on and think that the AI is Skynet. Terminator, we're all going to be run by, you know, maybe there are some organizations here in the US that are trying to get some regulations on that. And I no one can say what Google's going to do, but I'm sure they will apply these things reasonably.
Yeah, we hope so.
I'm excited. They are software geniuses, and I think that's what they got to rely on. I mean, the hardware is great too, but the processor's not going to touch the A17. But that's not what it's about, you know. You said, if it's snappy and it works well, I mean, that's all that matters for us. Now, Delvon, who just joined, he requires a lot of horsepower, so he may not be a big fan. So he may need a supercharged version or a turbocharged version, you know. So.
Yes.
I do not need no supercharged version. Stop.
You're speaking the Fast and the Furious
and be totally fine.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, tech. So I'm gonna go for the best.
It's funny.
The best that I can get.
It's funny that Tuna used that segue because I had one about a foil hat, but that's okay. So we'll stick with that one. That was good. The foil that was just as good. So Dalvon, you are our Pixel expert, in-house Pixel expert, we should say. Now
behind closed doors, employed.
Yes. He's in the Google office right now. That's why he just turned all the lights off so we can't see. He's still at work. Yes, we are.
Hey, that's okay.
Keep it.
We are going to will it into existence one way or another. But one thing Delvon was talking about is the interesting thing here with the Google Assistant, adding in the Bard generative AI. Now, to you, is that a scary development, an interesting development, or a meh development?
It's actually awesome to me. It's anything. Look, I'm a big movie person. So it gets scary when they start putting AI into. That's when it gets scary.
Yes.
But until then, they ain't got no AI into a fully embodied robot. Start, thinking for himself and all that stuff like that. And that's probably for real, like that type of learning machine or whatever like that. Because the movie kind of stir you in that direction where it's going to get to that point. But when start taking the pixels and it follows you around and do everything for. But we still have a lot of
remember the 80
with the AI stuff. So
what was that movie? Emilio Estevez. Do you remember this movie called Maximum Overdrive?
Oh yes, I do remember that movie.
When everything came to life, he had like a Walkman. It was like choking people. So you've seen it?
Yeah, the Comet Head came and turned out electronic. Good ones and there were bad ones. I love that movie, man. Basically, it was just like a.
That's what Google AI is.
It was like a transformer.
No, I'm kidding.
It's funny that you say that.
One day they start putting it into machines like that physically. Mm-hmm.
Look, if my toaster comes after me, I'm leaving. I'm out.
Do you remember?
Hey, bro. Yeah, I'm with you. With you, bro. I'm unplugging it.
Well, listen, I mean, we already know that Lord Elon there has his own robot that exists. I don't know if you remember this one, this gem. This was the...
oh, yeah, for sure.
Yes, remember this? For sure.
That's real. That's the problem with that.
That's not even real.
No, I know
Why
it's
do we
not
need that?
exactly. Yeah, no.
What do we watch?
Yes.
Oh man.
So basically, the
But no,
Elon Musk-
but Elon still made a bot, and I've seen some other Chinese
He
people
did.
too.
Yes. Yeah. I tell you what, if I ever see a robot dancing like this fucking thing, I'm out. Like, I'm just a bullet in the brain. Peace out. Because that would be a scary development in my book.
Bruh, done.
Oh my, yeah, that would scare me.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh boy.
For sure. Ain't no way a robot
Yes.
should be moving like that, bro. I'm sorry. No way. A
Oh,
robot
yeah.
should.
No.
So
Yeah. So a lot of we're talking about the Pixel event, and that was just one thing that caught my attention. Especially
What else was
considering that-
exciting? There's something else
I
exciting.
don't know.
about the
Yeah, like
Pixel.
it's almost like they had some
Well,
hardware. Or,
Before you go to the phone,
yeah,
what do you think of the Pixel Watch 2?
Actually, you read-
I was very impressed with this.
you read my mind because I wanted to talk about the Watch 2 because I think the
Yes.
Watch 2 is an interesting development.
Very.
So first things first, we know it's the same. It looks very similar. It's the same size,
Which I'm fine with. It's beautiful.
which is okay with. But what we're really seeing is the updates to the hardware.
Mhm.
So I'll just pull up what we saw during the live event here. Hopefully, we don't get flagged by
Oh, dear. Copyright coming again.
copyright police. But this was just some quick footage from the Pixel event of the Pixel Watch 2. So, I think the biggest development hardware-wise was the new sensor. And I don't know if you caught the interview with Mr. Mobile, who was talking with the head of marketing at Google. And they
Mr.
mentioned...
Mobile? Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they mentioned in he mentioned in the conversation he had with Mr. Mobile that the Pixel sensor, the upgraded sensor on the back of the watch, is hardware that Fitbit had been developing for a number of years. And then when Google absorbed them, this eventually was going to be used in a future Pixel watch. Like he said, to be exact, that the Pixel 1, they hadn't closed the deal on Fitbit yet. So they weren't able to access some of the advanced hardware and metrics that they had. So the Pixel 1 was almost like a little bit of an experiment, like a test of market.
Right.
But then Pixel 2 comes around, the Pixel Watch 2 comes around, and because they had closed the deal with Fitbit, they now had access.
We made it. We just gonna put it out there since we made it. That's what it was.
Yeah. So they're having the access to Fitbit's hardware now all of a sudden meant that they could make a much more accurate and better Pixel Watch 2. And I think you're right, Tuna. I think this is definitely one of the more interesting things that came out of the
One
event.
issue.
Yes.
And I'm okay with it. So I have a Fitbit Sense 2. And they use pogo pins, which you can see in the back of this. It has 4 pogo pins. It
Yes.
uses the same charger as all other, the Versa and the Sense, which is great for me because I already have one. And this is not bad. The old pogos from the Fossil watches never lined up. This thing has strong magnets and it always connects. And I've never had an issue charging. And they mentioned that this pogo setup is going to let them charge a hell of a lot faster with a lot less heat. So I'm all for that. And, everyone's like, oh, only 24 hours. Well, wasn't last year in the iPhone 8 or the Apple Watch 8 only 17 or 16 hours or something?
Yeah.
Now it's 24.
18.
That's perfect.
Apple Watch
18.
18.
Hey, 6 more hours is perfect. Now, it's not
18
going to be
hours for Apple
perfect.
Watch. And
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I really am. I'm very much looking forward to this upgrade.
But Google's with always on display.
Yes. Yeah. Because they said in the keynote that the 24-hour expected battery is with the Pixel always display always on.
It's that
Which
chipset.
is crazy. Yeah.
It's that chipset. It has to be. It has to be the chip. And maybe they upgraded. Isn't it Wear? Are they on Wear OS 4? Is that a new one for this model, or is it already?
It is. Yeah, it's a Wear OS 4.0, I think.
But isn't that what the Samsung watches are on too? I believe.
I think it's the same from what I understand. Like it's the
Okay.
same software. But I mean, also.
Uh-oh.
Hang on. We're getting fact checked on this one. Dalvon with the fact check. Nope. Oh, we
Maybe
lost him.
not. We're all waiting. Like, what did he say to us?
No,
Okay.
I was
Well,
about
like
to
I
say
said,
something, but he said fact check. But no. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like,
thought
I'm
it's
happy
like,
about the
like,
upgrades. I'm happy they integrated more Fitbit stuff. I was just reading today though, so Fitbit has moved their logins to Google logins, and what I
Yes.
was reading today that the Fitbit stuff on the Pixel Watch is not being. You can't sign in through Fitbit. There's something weird about that. I don't know. It's not out yet. It's pre-release software. I'm not too worried about it, but I'm interested in the upgraded sensors, which is probably helping your battery life. And I'm glad they stuck with the same mechanism for the bands instead of abandoning it right away. So that way, if you
Yes.
have an old Pixel One with a bunch of extra watch bands, you can use
They
them.
work. Yes. And I think they mentioned that he mentioned that as well in the interview that they wanted to stick with the same design, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And they are, and I think they're trying to I think they're trying to unify everything in one. That's why they kept it to the Fitbit charger bits out there in the world than there is Pixel watches out there. So
Yes.
streamlining it to be the same makes it a lot easier transition for the bit population and stuff like that, in which they charge in the first place, but they didn't. But I'm okay with it not being wireless. Like you say, we get faster charging and fast. Like that thing, I put it on the charger, get in the shower, that thing be almost full, and it was already
Oh yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
So being
Yeah.
faster is even better. So I'll take it any
Yeah.
day, you know. So
Well, it's got a what? 8
me,
milliamp hour
the
battery
bigger
bigger.
version or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, bigger, better processor, better everything to give you better battery life and stuff like that. It seemed like you know, the battery. I mean, it's crazy to me. Again, like I said in the last streams that we always had, nobody complains about the Apple Watch not lasting all day long. We're not talking about the Ultra.
No.
We're talking about the 18-hour Apple Watch that
Yeah.
really sometimes can, you know, is to me the Pixel Watch match that battery life. So if you're gonna, you know, talk about that Pixel battery life, let's talk about the I mean, the Apple Watch battery life the same way. But of course, it's Apple. We're not going to get into that because it's not about Apple, because we know they get a pass with everything. But with that being said, I'm actually that everything that they upgrade. I think the watch is going to be good. I am a little upset
Mhm.
people who need a bigger watch, as you can see. I'm a larger person, so I just want it for that. Most people want it because they want a bigger battery. It's a teeny watch on my wrist, but I know that the average American out here, that watch size is probably perfect. Like I say, that watch looks big on my wife's wrist,
Yeah.
but it looks small on mine. So,
Well, I think it's twofold
It is what
too,
it is.
because at the end of the day, it's a business. So now
Yeah.
next year they can say, "Hey, look, we gave you better battery life.
Yeah.
Now we're going to give you the same design in 2 different sizes."
Yeah.
And then they can say, "Hey, look, we introduced something new." I'm not trying to say Google's petty, but that's how they do it.
Yeah.
They're going to they can't release the whole kit and everything. You know,
Yeah.
they've got to slowly release these things, and you know they can make the Tensor G3 8 times more powerful, but they've got to have somewhere to move next year. So,
Apple does.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
well, the
that's it,
problem with
right? Yeah.
Apple is
Yeah.
you see what Apple did. They jumped the gun with the 3 nanometers, and now they're probably throttling with the update to keep the heat down. I mean, I don't have any heating issues with mine, but I don't use
Yeah.
it a lot. So
Yeah.
One thing that did surprise me, I'm surprised that they bundled the Pixel Watch 2 with the Pixel phones.
Why
I
is
didn't
that?
think they would do that. I don't know. I just don't feel. I
mean-
wasn't. I know they're trying to get more
I mean, why
units
not?
out there.
Yeah, they're trying to get more units out. Exactly.
Yeah. I don't
Get
know.
a
I don't know.
following.
It's
Get them roped in.
It's not even about more units out there. It's getting more watches out there. It's not really
Yeah.
if you pre-order a Pixel on your phone, they're automatically giving you a watch. I'm skeptical about buying the Pixel watch. So
Yeah.
to get rid of that speculation, here's it for free. Try it out.
Yeah.
Oh, you like it?
Yes.
Okay, great. We got you. Next year, you're probably buying the next
Yes.
one or the next one or whenever you got to upgrade. And that's just how it works. You give it, you can get a taste of it. They're going to want it. They're going to keep on wanting to buy it.
It's
And I
like they
think
want to
it's
lock
good.
you
I
into
mean,
an eco.
dollars
It's like they want to
and
lock you
that-
into the
that pre-order-
ecosystem.
Yeah.
Yes,
Ecosystem.
And I mean, that's
It's exactly
that's
what it
it's
is.
about. I mean, he
It-
mentioned it.
yes.
He mentioned it in the interview. He mentioned it in the thing. I mean, at least for like Apple people, right? They love this whole ecosystem thing. This is what they brag about. They talk about, and I feel like at this point, everyone should have a strong ecosystem. I mean, it don't have to be Apple's, right? Thinking that Apple has to be the standard of what ecosystem should be. I throw that shit out the window, right?
Yeah.
That out the window because I don't believe that offer their own offering in the way they want to offer their ecosystem because I don't want everything to be like Apple because I'm not different, then what's the point?
Right.
So I want it to be their way and then use it the way they use it. And I do like Google's ecosystem when it comes to like software and everything else and Google Assistant. I love that. I can't get that real experience on Apple. I can use. Is it as seamless with Google Assistant? No. It's always like that.
It's not personal.
Worker because they want you to use their ecosystem and stuff like that. I think it's not personal. Yeah, and I prefer Google ecosystem for what it does, and then I do prefer Apple's ecosystem for what it does as well as Samsung's. So I like the fact that they're different. I don't want them to be the same. Would I like some easy up and maybe continuity, something like that? Yes, simple features like that. I think that that can be implemented in everyone's ecosystem, but I still want them to be different, right? I still want them to have their own identity when it comes to that. I don't want to be like, Apple got the best, and that's just hands down. No, why is they the best?
No.
Like, what makes them the best?
You got to give it a shot. It's not. It's like, not what's Apple best. It's what you're used to. I mean, people who use Apple their whole life, that's all they're used to. When they grab an iPhone, Android, they're like, oh my God, what the hell is this? Speaking of ecosystems, my Apple fridge got iOS 17.1. My Apple fridge is overheating because I got the new Apple update.
I was about to say,
A17 Pro.
Is it an oven?
No, it's a fridge. The fridge is overheating.
Listen,
Apple oven.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Here in Canada, the weather's starting to get warm, so I actually rolled back the software so I can use it as a hand warmer. Just because I wanted to have that ability to be able to do that, right?
Is your fridge running?
No, it's running. Better go chase it. Yeah,
that was bad. I'm sorry.
Quick pre-order question. So I'm just curious about this. So in the state, you guys are in the United States. I'm in Canada. When you pre-ordered your Pixel 8 or 8 Pro, did they give you the choice between the Pixel Watch 2 and the Pixel Buds Pro?
I think when I did it, I remember seeing the Pixel Watch and the LTE.
And you get the watch with the Pro.
Yes.
Okay, so when I ordered my 8 Pro,
and you get the watch with the Pro.
Yeah, so when I ordered my 8 Pro, they actually gave me a choice. I could choose the Pixel Watch 2 or I could take the Pixel Buds Pro. It was either or. I don't know what it was like for the Pixel 8, but I don't. So
when I pre-ordered mine, they gave me an option for the watch and standard GPS, Bluetooth, or LTE for $49.99 more. And I'm not getting an LTE watch because the battery life is going to really die with LTE. Yeah. I never do that. Even with Apple, I wouldn't do it. But I didn't get an option for Pixel Buds. I don't remember. I didn't care.
I never made them.
I already have Pixel Buds Pro, so I wasn't even worried about that. I wanted a blue watch and a blue phone.
Okay. So looking at their website, basically,
the 8.
Yeah, so here, what they've done here in Canada is if you order the regular 8, you get the Pixel Buds Pro for free. If you order the 8 Pro, you can choose between the Buds Pro and the Watch 2. You have an either or.
I'm going to look it up right now while we're talking about it. I don't remember seeing that when I pre-ordered because I wasn't really focused on the earbuds. I mean, I wanted to get them because they were blue, but I'm not going to pay $250, whatever it was.
Did you order the blue version too? Now tell me you didn't.
Hell yeah, I did, babe blue.
Oh my goodness, no.
Oh, my favorite. I love them because then I can go get my typical clear case and show off the color instead of standard black or white. So
I don't know. I'm a kind of black or white kind of guy. I know I'm boring like that, but you know what? I always think of it this way: colors get boring really quickly.
Okay, so I'm looking at the pre-order page in the U.S. So you have the two offers. You can get the Google Pixel Watch 2 for $0 or the Pixel Buds Pro. So you do have an option with the Pro, and then when you click on the Pixel Watch 2, it asks you if you want Wi-Fi or LTE. And then the LTE, actually, no.
No, it's just Wi-Fi.
Oh, the blue LTE sold out.
Right.
In the US.
Gotcha.
That's too bad.
Now, one thing that I really hope they fixed on the Pixel Watch 2 is the speaker. They didn't mention it. There was no mention of it being improved. It was pretty horrible on Gen 1. I'm hoping quietly that that's a welcome upgrade they didn't mention, but I
Is that a
can't
big deal though
confirm.
for most people? I
For
never
me,
use my
yes.
speaker on any of my watches.
So
Nah.
I'll tell you what it is for me. And most of the
I don't
time,
either.
if I take if I'm getting out of the car.
Darren, you're outnumbered. Sorry.
Sorry. No, I know. Sorry. I'll just go fuck myself. No,
You lost already. You lost already.
no. All I was gonna say.
You lost already.
All I was gonna say is when I'm getting out of my car or like I'm walking in the grocery store and I got my hands full of like groceries or whatever, a lot of the time I'll just tap, go straight to speaker. And on the Apple Watch, it's okay because it's decently loud. Like the Apple Watch Ultra, it fucking sounds like you have the phone right near your head. But I just wondered if they improved that. And I know it's not a big deal to everybody, but for some people that maybe are on the go or they're at the gym or whatever, and they want to take a quick call when they don't have Buds Pro and whatever.
I'm going to assume they didn't make any changes, and if you do notice a change, it's just going to be because the internals have changed, like the acoustics. Yeah, that may be so the watch is definitely a great upgrade. But
100%.
Here's my segue to the phone.
Yeah.
One thing they did not, unless you don't want to go there yet, but one thing that they did not mention was they have a new processor. That's it. It didn't say much. Now, I'm not expecting a powerhouse, but I'd like to know some key things. Yeah, I can go on other websites and look at it to 4 nanometer Samsung, blah, blah, blah. But they didn't say much about it. It's kind of like, from what I was reading, it was supposed to have AV1 codec included. It was going to have ray tracing because almost every newer processor has it. They just don't utilize it. They didn't mention much about it.
So
this is the thing. I think. You want me to go? Okay.
I got the delay going on. All right. Yeah. Go ahead, Delvin.
Ooh, I dropped out. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So this is the thing about that situation, right? On Apple and their presentation, because with Apple, they try to take some features and then they have a whole presentation about their features, certain features to kind of like highlight them to everyone, and then they talk about all this power, right? They're the ones that like to brag, so their users also like to brag about power. They just talk about power, chip faster, blah 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 on those presentation. Google kind of want to sell you on this AI stuff, so they don't really kind of on the power that they're giving with their chips.
True.
They like to use the term faster to do computing, but they never really want to go into like deeper talking about how much horsepower it's actually pulling. And I'm okay with that because the reason why I buy my Pixel, it has nothing to do with how much horsepower it has. It has everything to do with the speed and fluidity and how the AI stuff works and how fast all that stuff works. And that's what I care about. And they do a good job kind of reeling me in on that. So I think you would like them to talk about it because Apple actually does that, and you get used to that, and you kind of want to be like, well, y'all ain't talk about it, But I don't think I
don't want to brag about it. I just want to hear about it.
Is in their own race right now,
right?
I mean, I feel you, but I have to say I use the word brag. Apple does that, right? They shoot they shoot down other companies when they're like, we're the fastest and we're the most powerful, anything like that. This presentation, Google did a good job,
they did
throwing some shade back at them.
Yes.
Because I mean, you keep letting you keep letting Apple talk shade about you and Samsung and stuff like that. I never say anything back or whatever like that. So I feel like it was a good outcome or whatever. But I think Google is in their own rails. I mean, people like to say they compete with Apple. I don't think so. They really focus on this AI stuff, and Apple's not focused on it. Samsung's not. Nobody's focused on it besides Google, and Google knows the future is going to be AI. And I'm saying this as a person, not because I like my Pixel. I use Photoshop. I use Lightroom. It all has AI stuff in it. Like all these other programs. Think about the software that's in video programs. They're all AI stuff. Going towards AI. AI in my cameras. My DSLR, my mirrorless cameras from Canon. AI. And the companies that's not doing it is Apple and Samsung and everyone else. They're going to be left behind. So Google is in their own race. They left that track and went over here. And I think it's genius. They need to focus on that and not win against Apple with this power stuff, right?
Yeah.
And they're still trying to chase Apple. Google, we're not going to catch them. Let's do what they're doing. They're not even releasing Pixels in all countries. You heard him in the interview. He's trying to play it safe. He said, we're small and we've only been out for a few years and we're trying to take it slow.
Right.
Yeah.
So piggybacking off that, I'm sorry, Darren, real quick. I think he's right. Like the iPhone is powerful. For what? I don't know, because I have it and it seems no faster than my iPhone XR. Like, I don't understand why I'm going to hook up to my TV and I'm going to play console games, whatever. But I think it's right. Google needs to focus on their own path and take that path and differentiate themselves. And so far they have. I mean, they're the ones that developed the advanced computational photography that we see today.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they started it. I just hope the only thing I am so confused about is the temperature sensor on the back. Like,
they didn't really even mention it. Like,
I know. Hey, point at your coffee cup so you can see how hot it is. I don't give a shit.
Like,
I'm hoping with FDA approval,
you know what?
Point at your forehead. I got a fever.
To me, that's cool. To me, that should have been around COVID. That should have came with COVID, bro.
That's a COVID carryover.
Like, it's a COVID carryover.
It is. But you know what? I'm not going to knock it. Look, what if it's going to be that one time? No, I don't think they mentioned it that I can recall, to be honest with you. But it's going to be that one time in our life we're going to be like, dang, baby, you got a thermometer? No. Oh, here's my Pixel. Like, I mean, you know it's going to end up happening, right? Like,
it is.
I don't find it like, I just don't find it as a everyday must-need useful feature. It's not like you're going to, oh, man, look at this coffee. It's too hot. Let me wait.
Well, maybe if you take a picture of me, it'll be like, oh, he's too hot. He's too hot.
Yeah, that's exactly
what it is.
Yeah, I was thinking 100%. Yes.
I can see that happening.
Boy.
I can see that.
But just getting back to what Dalvin was saying, I think, what I said last year when the Pixel 7 Pro came out, that in a lot of instances, the fluidity of the Pixel was better than the iPhone 14 Pro Max. And there's something about the Google, the OS that is just quick. It's peppy, it's fast, it's willing to kind of do what you want it to do, right? I just love that. I just saw that comment. Dark Knight Does Tech said they can use it to measure the temperature of the iPhone 15.
Yeah,
seriously,
exactly.
Yeah. There's that one too. We've got a couple of funny comments in the chat here, which is and 100% correct, right? Let's put a smartphone on your baby's head.
Well, conspiracy theory. If you use the temperature sensor and you put it to your head, maybe Google's getting information from your brain for advertisement.
That's
there
right.
It is. They're stealing the information from your brain
sensor. Yeah. Maybe it's not a temperature sensor. Maybe it's it's a thought tracker. Yeah, for real.
Skynet, here we go.
Yeah. Now, before we jump into the phones, can we talk just really quickly about the Buds Pro? Because I know John, who's in the chat here, mentioned earlier, what did we think about the Buds Pro updates? So I've got a little quick Google keyword here. So this is what we got as updates, according to Google. So clear voice calling, which I think is a amazing update to the Buds Pro. That basically they've expanded their clear calling technology that was on the Pixel phones into the earbuds now. So basically, for those of you who take phone calls or conversations on the fly, they should be able to hear you a lot better, which is good. The AI conversation detection, which allows you to start speaking and responds by pausing your music and switching to transparency mode, which really cool idea, right? And then
that's when a conversation is detected, right?
Yes. So
like on headphones like these are the Wyze headphones. I know they're just, but like but Sony,
I don't know who had it first though.
You can. I mean, I think like with Wyze, you can cover one earbud or one side with headphones, and so is Sony. You can cover it up. But the conversation thing with the Sony earbuds, I hated it. I turned it off because every time I opened my mouth, like I was like yawning, it would stop. It was annoying. So I'm not sure how Google's going to do that. Maybe it's been a couple years since, so I don't know.
I love that they're claiming that it's smart enough that it will turn on transparency mode and lower volume when you start talking, but it also knows that apparently when you stop. So, and then it reactivates the ANC and goes back into your music, which is, I mean, it's a really cool idea. I mean, I don't know in practice if that's going to work, but I mean, I think about like, high school kids and college kids who are, walking down to the next class and someone starts a conversation with them and all of a sudden the volume drops. You can hear the conversation and the music goes back on. I love the idea. I don't know if that's going to be as smooth as I guess Google hopes, but I mean, we would have to think that it's been fleshed out a little bit.
Well, in my experience with Pixel software, usually it's pretty good. Like, I mean, very rarely. I mean, like Allo and some of the things they shut down, but most of even that chat service wasn't bad. It just wasn't popular. I think most of these things, like Google Assistant, is bar none the best. And there's a reason why. It's because they released it when it was ready and they've continually upgraded it and updated it. This isn't something they're just going to slap out there. I'm not saying, and Apple's the same way. Usually, both companies usually do, but they always make mistakes, like the A17 being overheating.
What are you talking about? There's nothing wrong with the iPhone 15 and 15.
Hey, I think it's a great feature. It doubles as a toaster. So I think we're missing the point here.
Listen, I always pictured two iPhone 15s grilling cheese in the middle.
Panini. A panini press. Ooh, nice.
Right?
You get the little Apple indent from the Apple.
There you go. You can sell them on the side of the road. I don't know. Some kids in a lemonade stand. It'd be amazing. Someone said here, Dark Knight Does Tech says that he tried.
I want to say that.
Delvin. He said he tried the conversation detection in the gym on the Buds Pro, but it kept triggering when someone else was having a conversation. So hopefully they fixed that.
So the update's already out?
I don't know. Dark Knight, did you get the update on your?
Because I have the Pro, but I haven't used them in quite some time. So I don't know if they're out yet.
I guess we will wait and see.
Oh, okay.
Well, either way, I think it's interesting because the clear calling. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Delvon. You're on a delay. We keep interrupting you when you try to talk.
I know. I don't know why it's on a delay, man. My bad. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, I was going to say that I use that feature, and the feature is actually not on the Pixel Buds, but I use it on my AirPods Pro 2 or whatever that I got in my ear. And I want to say that on both of these, it actually fairly works really well. It's also on my Sony's or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I got a lot of there. It's on, but when you're talking and you start talking, it pauses it, and then after you stop talking for it picks it back up. I think that because it's probably fresh, if somebody has it already, it's probably going to get better because I don't see them making that feature and messing it up or whatever like that because it's supposed to actually feel the vibrations when you're talking. So and once it know that you're talking out of your mouth, that's when it kind of turns down and pauses or do whatever, and then whatever time you set it for, it comes back. So I don't know how it's going to play out once I get it with the Pixel Buds. I'm going to try it, but to be honest with you, the Pixel Buds that I like to carry, they're my favorite. I like my OnePlus. But yeah, those are my favorite buds. So I am curious to see how Google bring back the wingtip and the Pixel. I would probably put them back at the top.
It's hard to do that though, Delvon, because not everyone liked the wingtip. That's what's the problem with earbuds is like I prefer the ones like Samsung and Pixel where that don't have the hang down because the way my ear is shaped, I can never get them in all the way. And that's what's so it's like when you compare iPhone camera to the Pixel camera, they're both awesome cameras. It comes down to preference and what you like, and that's the issue. I mean, sound quality, the Pixel Bud Pros are good. The iPod Pros are good. The OnePlus Bud Pros are good. I mean, they're all decent. It's just a matter of what your preference is. I'll be honest with you guys. I have these things, I'm a big fan of Wyze products. And there's a Wyze Buds Pro. They were like $60. And those things sound amazing for the price. But again, they may not be for everybody because they don't fit in the ear right. So you got to find what works. And I think Google, by pushing software rather than a whole new set of Pixel Buds, is the best move because they're not spending any money. And they might get some people to buy based on the new color to get a whole matching set. And then get those awesome software updates.
So Dark Knight Does Tech says, yes, he got the update this afternoon. So he's using...
Well, maybe Dark Knight works for Google. Maybe not Delvon.
So, I mean, I guess those of you who have the Buds Pro, you know,
Look,
shoot us
look
a
at this.
comment.
Right? Look at this. Hold on. Let me show y'all something. Hold on. Let me get to that page real quick. Let me
Take that share screen off real quick
right?
so we can
Because
see
y'all
this.
know I work for them, right? But look at this. Look at. Take that share screen off. Take it off, bro. I'm still on Android 13, bro.
On what?
Oh,
Hold on. Let me get that focus. Look at it. I'm still on Android 13.
Hold on. What phone is that?
Bro, Pixel 7.
Is that a Pixel 3?
This is my bro.
He's got to take the cover off.
Bro.
Okay.
Wow.
This is crazy.
Who's your provider?
Bro,
Who's
that's
your
crazy.
provider?
This one, Mobile, but T-Mobile is my provider.
Well,
this
true.
one has.
That's
This
true.
one has it. This one doesn't, and then this one has it. Like,
Hey, I got Android 14 on this.
I don't know. Even this
It
phone
runs
has.
better.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Google playing right now, bro. I just want my, I want my,
That's crazy.
and everyone else seems to be getting theirs, and I ain't got it.
Might be time to sideload
It
there,
is.
buddy.
Can I give you a
I don't
hint?
know what's going on.
It used to work on Samsung devices. Go to time and date.
Yeah.
And put the date into the future. Try it again,
Yes.
and then go back. It's not always a definite thing, but it's worked for me in the past on Samsung devices. But I don't know. You can always manually sideload it too.
But how far we've come. How far we've come.
Hey, look,
now we had to
look,
fucking
I
change
told somebody-
the date.
I told somebody I'm not tripping.
Yeah.
I told somebody I ain't
Uh-oh.
really tripping about it because I'm using it. It don't really matter. Don't even.
So
It still
Dalbo-
runs great on 13. I mean, what's the problem?
yeah, it's true. Yeah. He's gonna sideload it right now. He's gonna.
Yes, he's looking it up right now.
But you should probably stop downloading all that porn so that we can get rid of that delay, though.
You're trying. Look, we got a person in the chat talking.
Uh-oh, here we
yes,
go.
sir.
I didn't see the chat.
Y'all think I should leave out and come back?
It's up to you, man. I don't know. I don't know what's going on
Your
your
delay
Dark
is
in the chat,
terrible.
'cause he
Your
said he
delay
got
is
the-
terrible.
Yeah. Okay, Dalvin's going to
Okay.
try and fix
Let
his
me,
crazy delay.
He's gonna come back. Oh, I like the little balloons there. That was nice.
That was good. That was good. So anyway, while Dalvin's ducking out there, yeah,
We're
so,
on the phone, right? We're talking about the phone.
We're on
correct?
the phone. We're at the phone time. Okay,
Let me ask you this. Let's go to the next
Yes.
thing. Actua. What the hell were they thinking?
Oh yes.
what
the
kind of name is
Actua-
that?
The Actua display. So I think that the reason that Google used that term is because they're trying to give it a name. Dalvin's just a blank screen right now.
We'll
Did I?
just oh. There's no screen. Dalvin, we got
You're
nothing
just
on you.
literally a screen of black right now, Dalvin. Dalvin's having
Don't
some
use your
technical
iPhone as the camera. It overheats, man. I'm
difficulties.
sorry.
It's true, yeah. It's going to set the room on fire.
Either way, the
He's
actual
good. Anyway,
screen,
yeah.
I agree with you. I think it's like iPhone. They got to give a name to everything. And what surprises me is iPhone didn't give a name to the USB port.
No, they
But
didn't.
But
I noticed
when
that.
I heard Actua, I was like, I kind of cringed a little bit. It's a great screen, at least on the Pro, because it's got the LPO or whatever they call it. Yeah, it goes from 1 to 120. I don't know. Actua on 2400 nits of brightness max peak. That's crazy. It's like sun blinding my. Hey, look, he's back.
I love that idea. He's back. There we go.
Is he on a delay? I think he still is.
Either that or he's frozen. We can't actually tell.
Well, if he's on Windows, he needs to do about 16 updates. If he's on Mac,
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on there. Dalvin actually, it just looks like he's a still image.
It never
Oh,
fails.
boy.
So
What's
what?
really going on?
So we have the Actua on both. One's the Super Pro, right?
Yeah. So one is
Super
the
Actua.
Actua, and one is the Super Actua, I believe they're called.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole idea, I think, here is again, like Brand,
That sound better.
you got a crazy delay, even worse than before, Dalvin.
Jesus, man, this.
Are you using Google Wi-Fi? Because that shit's fucked, eh?
He's He's got Spectrum.
No.
Oh, that's even
I
worse.
don't know what's going
That's
on
a
with
bad way.
this.
Guys, yeah, I know.
I'm not touching it. I'm not touching
Yeah.
it. That's a whole
No,
nother box of jokes.
yes.
Anyways,
Delvin hasn't done the update.
I
But
guess
anyway,
this is.
so
I want to talk.
go.
This is my signal that I want to talk.
okay, yes, gotcha.
All right. Okay. Oh, I want to talk now, but I'll put my hand up.
Oh,
All right, we got you.
man, false
Okay.
alarm. It's like that FEMA alarm we had this week.
Yes,
Couldn't turn it off.
No, I know. It just went forever. It's a whole day.
So we're talking actual displays. I think it's great. I think it's a
Yes.
great. I guess giving it a name makes it stand out as a feature. I mean, they did upgrade the screens. I'm happy about it. I haven't seen it because I'm not privileged enough as well. I couldn't say Dalvon, but I'm not Team Pixel either, so I don't actually get a review device.
We'll get to that in a minute. But just to answer your question, Tuna, the actual terminology refers to the brightness of the screen.
Oh, the brightness.
It's something to do with brightness and HDR, looking more true to life. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. Apparently, the actual display gives you real world clarity. Just so you know.
That sounds creeper. That sounds like a kidnapper. That was not right.
But look, I will say this much: the 2400 nits of brightness is fucking epic. Absolutely epic. Now, I don't know what that's going to do to battery. We'll find out. But even the regular 8, it goes, it peaks up at 2000 nits, which is what the iPhone 15 is currently at.
It shouldn't affect battery though. It's peak. I mean, it's not going to be at 2400 all the time.
No, not the whole time. Exactly. I mean, if you're outside and it's having to ramp up all the time, maybe. Mm-hmm. But I think in your, dark dungeon basement apartment of yours, with some natural, halogen lighting, you should be fine. But the daytime stuff is definitely a big thing. The Pixel 7 Pro was good, but it did need a little bump up in the brightness. Like anywhere between 200 to 400 nits would have been perfect, but we're getting like an 800 nit jump here, which is massive on the Pixel 8 Pro. So, I mean, the super actual display is definitely something.
It's something. So, I'm excited for it. I mean, the screen is it's the most under talked about, but it's the most needed because you interact with your phone through the screen. Yes, cameras are probably the most important to the consumer, but you can't see what you're taking pictures of without a screen. And having an accurate and bright display is important. So I'm glad Google did something about it. I just don't know how much better it is from the 7 Pro, but I can't imagine they can go wrong with that, upgrading that. So
no, exactly. And I mean, look, we know that these devices are starting to find their way into reviewers' hands and, some lucky people. I got mine today. So I got my
What'd you get today?
So the Pixel 8, I don't know if you can see that.
You son of a bitch. No.
And a little case there.
Are you trying to make Dalvon cry? Because
I'm not trying to make Dalvon cry. And listen, I'm Dalvon's biggest fan, and I've been pushing for Dalvon to get on Team Pixel for a while. Only problem is I'm in Canada and he's in the USA. And that's the biggest problem we have currently, right? So
can we do a reenactment of Darren calling Google US from Canada? They're like, excuse me, we don't understand Canadian, so we can't talk to you.
Let alone Australian.
Yeah, well, that's true too.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
But anyway, so I'm under embargo until I think the 11th of October. I can't say very much. I don't want to.
Yeah, I got my Pixel 8 Pro today. I'm under embargo, so I can't talk about it. But it's really good. It's a really decent device so far.
Yeah.
I will just say this much.
Definitely.
So I'm gonna say a couple of initial impressions. Fuck, I hope this doesn't get me in trouble, but we'll see what happens here really quickly. Let's break embargo.
We're done.
Hey, we already got canceled by Apple. Fucking Google's coming for us next.
No, we're talking positive though. We were kind of mean to Apple. So
I'm not gonna say much. I'll just say this much. It's very curvy. Like it's rounded. All the edges are rounded off. It's nice. The screen is mostly flat. And I want to emphasize mostly. There is a ever so slight curve on the Pixel 8 right up against the frame. I mean slight. And I discovered that the hard way today trying to install a glass screen protector.
Interesting.
And,
So, Mr. Dalvon, who works for Google, what was the decision behind a slightly curved glass on the
I
Pixel
guess
8?
very subtle, but it's there.
Why?
See, what it was is that somebody fell asleep behind the wheel, and they already manufactured a lot of curve-ish screens. So fired though, just letting you know, we fired them. And we just had to put that out in production, at least in the first 50 million units. We're going to go ahead and make them all flat. So we got it worked out now, but we're going to have to get these there right now. So
see, I was under the impression it was somebody who just loved curves. He liked that hourglass figure, and he's like, I gotta get these curves on that phone. That's what I thought.
Nah, see, we told him that we only like curves, and he didn't understand that. He thought we meant like everything, but so he's fired though. He's fired, but we give him a nice little pension check though. Don't worry, he's good. We're not monsters. Yeah,
that's good. Good to hear. Good to hear.
Now, one other thing that I did notice. Right out of the gate. So the refresh rate was not set to the highest.
That doesn't bother me.
But that was just something I noticed when I was setting it up today. I've done a little bit of testing with the camera. I won't say too much. I'll just say that there is some noticeable improvement over the Pixel 7. I'll just leave it at that.
Hold on. And you said out of the box the refresh rate was not set at the highest. Do you know how many big tech YouTubers are going to put in their review that Google says it's 120, but they don't even set it that high? They're going to say something, and it's going to be the worst device ever made.
Yes.
Oh, so already. You already know. Bro.
Yeah. I mean, I just noticed it because I've been using an 120 hertz iPhone 15 Pro Max here for the last week. So I noticed
big spender over here. Jesus, I know, you got an iPhone 15 Pro Max at 8.
Broke, no time. But
drives a
Tesla. Listen, next week I should have much more to say. Drives a Tesla? No, electric cars are for hippies.
Oh, sorry, Chevy Volt EV. Sorry.
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah, sorry, I can't afford a Tesla. Not on our TNT podcast budget. But
hey, Tesla, you want to sponsor us? We'll drive your vehicles. No problem at all. We love Tesla.
I'll do the podcast from inside the Tesla. That's what I will
too. Yeah, Gullwing with doors up or whatever they want. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
In the front.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The front. But anyway, I won't say too much, but I'll have a lot more to say next week. But so far, it looks like a nice upgrade. I think the Pixel 8 Pro will probably be the bigger of the two choices. But what does that say? Can we please not give the bigger channels ammo to shut the Pixel 8 Pro? Yeah. I don't know. I think the Pixel 8 Pro is going to surprise a lot of people. That was my impression from the keynote. I think it will be something that people are going to come out and say, yep, Google's definitely done it this time. That's what my prediction is. But what the fuck do I know? I mean, I'm just a guy, right? So there will be obviously
I don't know, man. I'm a little iffy about it. I'm a little iffy about it. Me, I try to be totally honest on my channel about the Pixel and stuff like that. And I don't really kind of follow suit with the big YouTubers and saying stuff like that because I feel like they phone you. I think they just is like, they find things to talk about or find something to create to talk about or something like that instead of talking about your experience with it. Because like one of those things, right? When they be like, well, the phone doesn't come out, out the box with 100 inch tray, right? You'll never hear me say that in my video because obviously when and like anybody else, people are going to set their phones up, right? Why should that be a video? You're listening, you're coming to my channel, what's it like using this phone, right? That's not adding to like the experience using it. Once you have it set up, use the phone. Now tell us what it's like. Everything about what it's like using it. Does the camera fail you? Does it get hot? How's the battery been for you? Don't say that the battery's bad or horrible. Just say for you out because of your use.
Uh-oh,
we're losing him again.
Dang it. He was going good too.
I think what Delvon's trying to say is that don't go shitting on it until you've actually used it for an extended period of time.
And not I'm not trying to shit on big
YouTubers
YouTubers
get
either.
back-
'Cause, MKBHD, Mr. Who's the Boss, they're not terrible YouTubers by any means. I
No.
enjoy a lot of their content, but it seems like a lot of times they'll pick and choose. They'll take a device like the Asus
Yes.
Zenfone 10. MKBHD said it was almost perfect. I had
Yeah.
that phone. It definitely was. It was a great
Yeah.
phone. Not perfect for me at all. So
Yeah.
you got to take into
Mhm.
account your own experience, and Delvon's experience might be different than someone else's. But instead of watching one video and saying, "Oh, I'm not buying it," or "I'm an iPhone person, I'm not interested," watch a few videos or whatever, vice versa, and just make your own decision. Go to
Yeah.
Best Buy, pick it up, put it in your hand, see
Yes.
what it feels like. I
Yeah.
think if an iPhone user
Mhm.
definitely was all in and switched to Apple, or Android, the Pixel, yeah, they would not be
Yeah.
disappointed. Or
No.
Samsung. I mean, Samsung is
No.
nothing. You can't shit on Samsung anymore. They used to be throw everything in the kitchen sink and then see what sticks, but it's not like that anymore. They make quality devices with tons of updates, and Google is catching up quick. You got to talk about the other elephant in the room besides AI, and that's
Mhm.
7 years of OS
Yes.
and security updates. Now, before you say anything, I was super pumped for that. I ain't going to
Yes.
keep a phone for 7 years. I barely
No.
keep one for 3 months. But
No.
do you really? So
No.
now the narrative is, oh, can we trust Google? Jesus Christ. They give you something more,
Yeah,
and,
right.
you have to shit
Yeah.
on them. And
Yeah.
I'm like, are you kidding me? Okay, so
Yes.
you keep
Yes,
your okay.
yes,
Let's say
man.
they come out after 5 years. They sorry, that's it. If you still have that phone after 5 years, congratulations, because the battery still
Yeah.
works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It makes me upset. Like they're
Mhm.
giving you Pixel updates, security and OS updates, and Pixel drops or the feature
Yeah.
drops for 7
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Do you know what secure? You can get the protection plan. You can get the Buzz and the watch.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah. Exactly.
And,
Yeah.
and you know
You
what,
don't say
man?
about Apple. We don't
MKB,
trust Apple.
he just recently went on Twitter and dropped the video up there, right? Everyone was shocked that he dropped the full video up there. Really made that video talking about Google's failed attempts about all his their apps and everything that they just gave up on and got rid of.
Mhm.
Which we all kind of know, which is totally fine, right? We know that they have a history of that. Everyone knows that. But then he tried to throw the Pixel software update, 7 years under the bus too, saying like, is the Pixels going to be around for 7 years and all this stuff like that, bruh. Google's been ever since Google started their first phone, they have not stopped making phones since then. It went
They
from
may not,
like
but they weren't the hardware
the
manufacturer
Nexus,
all the time,
the Pixels,
but they were involved.
yeah, but they were involved. They never stopped. It's just that they went through the Nexus and it was like, okay, these are test phones, but developer phones, whatever. Then it was like, let's go break into the mainstream. So what they do, change. They really didn't get rid of the Nexus line, right? Let's just put it like this: they changed the Nexus line and made it mainstream, right? And now
They manufactured
got a
themselves.
mainstream
Nexus
phone,
was
so now they're trying
manufactured
to
by
be-
other
yeah,
manufacturers.
and all
right.
there you go, and all
Yeah.
of that too. They decided to do that. They just switched shift, and they never stopped making phones. And then for him to kind of throw out that narrative like that, now his followers are millions of people. Now they're gonna be like, well,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Google might not even support the Pixel. He creates these narratives and then back him up on it because they're a fan of him. And then it would make sense too as well because Google do have a lot of failed attempts, but one thing they have been consistent with is their phones. They have been consistent
Yeah.
with that. They've been
Yeah.
consistent with their fixing things that need to be fixed and everything like that. They do have consistency, but at the same time,
Mhm. Here goes again.
Yeah. We dropped him again.
But let me jump back on Delvin since he kind of backed out a little bit.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of failures on Google's part. Tons of failures.
Yes. Google
But
great.
you never learn and move forward without failure. Failure
Yes.
produces.
exactly.
So yeah, Google might have failed 100 times, but at least they tried. Apple makes great products, but when's the last time they innovated? They take
Yeah.
something that's already done and they perfect it, but it's not new. They're not going to
No.
fail. That's
Yeah.
why, with the iPhone overheating, everyone's like, holy crap, they're overheating
Yeah.
because they don't ever make mistakes. So they are allowed to make mistakes. The problem is they're more
Exactly.
public about it. They push it out there and everyone's like, oh, they suck. They have a graveyard. Who cares?
Yeah.
At least they tried. And that might perfect
Yes.
products, software, hardware in the future. And Nexus, to Delvon's point, Google Play editions, the Nexus line, yeah, they weren't hardware developed by Google, but
Yeah.
they were closely involved. The Nexus line was the best thing that ever happened. I love the Nexus line because every year you got a different manufacturer, a different design, and the Pixel's great too. People just need to calm the F down.
Yeah.
I'll be
Seriously.
honest.
No, like wait till it, and you know, this is the thing, and we've been saying this all along about especially Pixel devices, and it happened last year, it happened the year before. People are gonna shit on them because they're afraid of them. And I honestly believe that's what it is. All of these Apple fan people who see, as soon as they see a Pixel release, they go, oh, it's never going to be as good as the iPhone. But they don't know. They've never tried it. They've never put it in their hand. They've never used the camera.
But it shouldn't be like that, Darren. The iPhone is a great device. It's a great device. But the problem with the iPhone is you get what they give you. And every device, I get so excited when I got this 15 Pro Max.
Yeah.
I open it up, turn it on. It's iOS. Looks the damn same. Okay, they got an on-screen display. Whatever. It's all the same. They got Dynamic Island now. But the software, with Android, you can do the Pixel. If you don't like Pixel's OS or their overlay, whatever you want to call it, go to Samsung. If you don't like Samsung, go to Sony. You have options. And that's what I think Android needs to, be together, not the same. They used to use that slogan years ago. But the Pixel device is scary because... Yeah, and they should be scared of Android because they are taking up market share, especially in Japan for some weird reason. But there are quality devices. They got good cameras, and Delvon's going to love this, and we'll probably talk about this next. They threw some shade at Apple with the video,
yes,
I don't know if they should have done that.
They came in hot on that one.
They may have shot themselves in the foot. I hope they didn't. I hope it's awesome, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Well, so basically, for those of you who maybe missed the live stream here from Google, basically they threw shade at the video.
Oh man, they even showed video on the screen.
They even showed video on the screen. So they had a side by side of some footage from the Apple iPhone 15 Pro Max, I believe, or 14.
Yes, Pro Max. It was the Pro Max, I believe. When I saw that, I almost shit myself. I thought they were going to say competitor.
15,
like they actually
put
iPhone.
They went out, Yeah, so it was a 15 Pro Max side by side with the Pixel 8 Pro, and there appeared to be a vast difference in the quality. Now, I don't know how much of that has been edited. We don't know. True. But what we could tell is that the Pixel 8 Pro video looked better. So what Tuna's getting at is normally when these companies go after their competitors, they won't usually name them. They'll usually use like a competitor or like, an unnamed phone or something along those lines. But I mean, so I saw it twice. So in the actual live stream, they shit on him about the video recording. And in the interview that Mr. Mobile had with the head of marketing, he actually called them out. He named the iPhone as a competitor and something that they were trying to get the better of, if you will.
Wow.
So yeah, like they're coming at him.
Since you work for Google, you had the iPhone 15 Pro Max and the 8 Pro together. To your eye, which one was better in reality? You can't.
I'm on
15 seconds.
Again, let me try to switch to something real quick.
Okay. Sounds good.
This connection together. All right, let me see.
Yeah, I don't know. When I saw that iPhone 15 Pro Max, I was like, are you kidding me? So two things I thought. They just shot themselves in the foot, or the Pixel 8 Pro with the new processor. And I'm hoping that chip has AV1 processing on it. It doesn't really matter for the main consumer, but I hope to God it's been better. I can't imagine it's going to be better than the iPhone. I don't. But you know what? That's the only thing that's missing. If they had video, I would think that there'd be no reason to buy an iPhone for me personally, because I don't shoot a lot of video on iPhone because I don't use a Mac. So transferring videos is a pain in the ass off an iPhone to Windows. But it would open things up. Oh, yeah, he's still delayed.
Oh, I don't know. Is it better? Is it worse? It's still doing it.
I'm sorry.
It was a little bit.
It's a little better. Hang on.
It sounds better. Oh, no. Damn it.
We got delays going on left, right, and center with Delphon. Voice and audio now.
He's like popping.
So we're gonna let Delphon just hang out for a second here while he gets this shit sorted out. But listen, just closing thoughts really quickly on the Pixel 8 and 8 Pro. So in about a week we will know what people really think about it. I think the embargo, I don't know what it's like in the US, but the embargo here in Canada ends on October the 11th.
Which is the release date, correct?
Which is the release date, I believe. Yeah. So I'm gonna shit all over it on the 12th. No, I'm just kidding. But
no, I know your thumbnail. I'm switching from the iPhone to the Google Pixel.
I'm gonna do one of these, right? Like just to make sure that everybody knows my frustrations. Yeah. So look, I think they're definitely interesting. I like what they've come to the market with. I think the Pixel 2 is definitely interesting. The Watch 2, sorry. And the 8 Pro potentially has the capability of maybe being the best Android device of the year if it lives up to the promise that Google promises. But I could also understand if people are sitting back at home right now and going, you know what? Fuck you, Darren. I bought the 7 Pro. It was meant to live up to promise last year. And I bought the 6 Pro. And that was meant to live up to promise the year before that. I ain't falling for that shit again. I could understand that if that's what you're thinking about at home.
True. Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's a wait and see kind of thing. And it's impressive. I like what they're doing with some of the video stuff. The AI stuff is definitely interesting. The brighter screens is a plus.
And we didn't get to it today. They had that weird thing where you can upload it to their cloud and like hours later you get something back. We won't talk about it now. I know it's the end of the thing. I was really confused by that. And I'm hoping as time goes on that'll be quickened. The time frame will be shortened. But either way, there's a bunch of stuff they released in an hour. You can't, we go on our
exactly. We spent 2 weeks on the stuff and the Android stuff. But look, what we'll do is we will check in again next week on the whole Pixel stuff, because by that point we would know what.
We won't know. Some people would know with the review units. Yes, I may or may not have mine by then, so I don't know.
Yes. And look, if you can follow the TNT podcast on YouTube and check us out, all our lovely people here you see here up on Twitter. You'll probably be able to see a little bit of our experiences so far with the device and with all of the Pixel hardware. Tuna, when's your Pixel 8 Pro meant to arrive?
I said the 11th or 12th. I think it's 11th or 12th. I can't remember, but
the day the same as mine.
And I think if you go on the website, it's still listing as the same date, depending on what color you get. So it's not like people are
people are not running out to buy it just yet.
Or Google was prepared this year, and the website was great, and they had enough inventory.
Just quick separate side note. So now that Android 14's come out, you were on the beta, Tuna?
For the Fold, I don't have the 7 Pro anymore. Yeah.
Delvin, I'll ask you this question too. Did you notice that there was a big change in the speed of the software update when you downloaded it? Because I noticed it was a little bit faster.
I'm going to be honest with you. For me, the update's always been somewhere between 25 to 30 minutes, regardless for me. It's never really been slow for me like everyone says it has. I don't know what it's based off people's connections, maybe. I don't know. But it's never been that long for me, for mine anyways. So, but the Google did say it's probably going to try to work on that, though. So
they need to. Yeah. Tuna, any experience with that?
I'll kind of be honest with you. I woke up this morning, went to work, and people we have a little tech chat, Darren and me and some other people.
Yeah.
And they were mentioning, this update's amazing. And I'm thinking, I said, what update? And they're like, I go, I got that last night. And when I woke up, it said install, and it I took 5 minutes, So I don't know. It automatically installed. I didn't even know about it because I have so many phones now. I can't keep track of all of them. But honestly, I'm having some touchscreen issues possibly on the front screen, and I don't know if it's just. I think it's a software thing because once I turn it off, turn it back on, it works just fine. But since the update, it's been fixed, so there might have been some stuff like that. So.
Well, again, Android 14 is out today or yesterday, and if you haven't already updated it, you should. It was a big change, and it was an improvement in things like battery and thermal management a little bit, or at least in my experience, it was. So,
for sure.
Check it out. Let us know, what you think. Post some comments on our YouTube channels and let us know what you think. But look, thank you very much, Tuna. Delvon, I'm sure if I say thank you to Delvon now, he'll get the message in 20 minutes.
Got it.
There we go.
Now he's caught up.
Yeah. Well, listen, we are going to be live. We're live every Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch us on all of those amazing podcasts places like Google Park Podcast, which I think is shutting down.
It's going to YouTube Music. Yep.
Going to YouTube Music. So YouTube Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Audible, Carrier Pigeon. We are out there. And please like, subscribe, follow, all that fun stuff. And we will catch you all on the next one. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.